Alright guys, so yesterday we went to the track and we had a great time. They watered the track so it was pretty nice and muddy. Not too muddy, but it was enough to get the bike a little bit dirty, as you can see. It's all dried up now. But I decided I was gonna do a video on how to wash your bike, at least how I wash my bike. So I'm gonna be taking the bike out of the bed of the truck and then we're gonna get the pressure washer out and start washing it. I'm gonna show you all the little spots you want to check for and make sure you get clean so that you're ready to look good for the next time you ride. First things first, we gotta take the bike out of the bed. So the bike's unloaded. Next thing we're gonna want to do is put it up on a stand. Alright, so we're just gonna put the bike onto the stand. I've got one of these nice kick-up stands from KTM. Now we have the bike nice and elevated, so we're gonna want to set up our pressure washer next. Gotta put some gas. One more thing I forgot to mention is buy yourself an exhaust plug. They're like $5, $6, $7. You can find them online, or a cycle gear, and just shove it in the back of the exhaust so that no water or debris gets in there. If you don't have one, then I would just find something that can fit in there. A towel or whatever is better than nothing, because it'll just help prevent stuff from falling in your exhaust, and that's never good. Alright, so first thing we're gonna do is we're gonna turn on the pressure washer, and I'm just gonna get everything wet. Just kind of pre-soak all of the mud. It helps it come off easier. So we're just gonna get all up underneath the fenders, the wheels, the engine area. There's really no spot that you have to worry about pressure washing except right here on the KTMs is the air intakes, and you don't want to spray straight into the air box because that's not good for your filter. And also just try avoid spraying right where the spark plug is in this little electrical area. But aside from that, everything else is pretty much water sealed and you're good to go. Also, maybe not too close to the chain links either. Keep a distance. But as far as plastics go and the majority of the engine, foot pegs, all that, you can spray it down as much as you need. So first thing we're gonna do is pre-soak it all. Alright, so now that you've gotten the majority of the dirt off the bike, then you're going to want to turn off the gas. So right here, I already have my gas off. And you're going to want to lean the bike over on the bars onto the stand or some sort of box so that you can get the underside of the bike, so like the skid plate. So we'll do that right now. Alright, so now that you have the bike leaned over, you can get everything underneath, all the linkage and the cases of the motor and everything like that. Okay, once you're good with that, you can put it back up on the stand. Alright, so now what I like to do is I'm going to grab a wire brush and just a rag, and I'm going to get into some places where the pressure washer is not able to get. So I'm going to show you what I'm going to do in a minute. Alright, so I've got my towel and I've got a wire brush, and now I normally would use degreaser, but unfortunately I just ran out, so WD-40 is the next best thing that I've got. So first thing we're gonna do is get our WD-40 out. We're gonna spray the chain with degreaser or WD-40 or something to get the grease off. Alright, so we're gonna let that soak for a little while we do the rest of it. Spray a little bit of WD-40 or degreaser along your swing arm and right up in here by your cases, wherever excess grease has gotten. So what I like to do is grab my wire brush, and on my swing arm, I just rub it in a little bit and it'll get the grease out of these little creases and it'll make the swing arm look fresh again. Now we're gonna run the wire brush through the chain, get off some of the grease. Go along the sprocket also. Now you're gonna wanna grab your rag and just wipe inside. Wipe right all up in here with the grease. Get rid of some of that. Especially when you have a powder coated chassis like mine, where it's orange, the black grease kind of makes it look dirty. On the black one you can't tell as much, but I still like to clean it. I'm gonna also come inside and get the shock. Wipe that down. Get it back to the white color that it was originally. Alright, so I got as much of that grease off this area as I could. Now I'm gonna go back and pressure wash the bike one more time, just to get off any excess dirt and grease that we just wiped. Now that we got it all washed completely, we're gonna grab a couple towels and start wiping it down. This is when you're gonna get the rest of the dirt that might be on the bike. You're gonna wanna get it off right now with just a nice microfiber or something softer like that. So this is when I like to go over the wheels and all the parts like that are shiny, triple clamps, and maybe the bars. We'll go over all those parts with a nice microfiber and it'll get them shiny again once you get that little layer of dust and dirt off of it. So we'll be right back. Alright, we got our towels. So another tip that I forgot to mention earlier is whenever you're washing or drying a bike or a car or anything, you always want to start from the top and work your way down, because the dirt and the water will always go down, obviously. So we're going to just wipe away this water. You want to wipe over your forks, make them look clean again. Your front number plate will usually be kind of dirty too. Wipe that off. This is a part that a lot of people forget. The inside of the shocks, you don't want to leave any dirt and stuff there because it'll get up in your fork seals and that'll damage them over time. So make sure you wipe that and keep it clean. Alright, now is a good time to take out your exhaust plug and give the exhaust one nice wipe. Especially on these two strokes, you're going to have a lot of oil residue from the tip and you're just going to want to clean that off. Get these rims nice and shiny. Get inside your radiator shrouds, make sure no mud is blocking those up so your bike can cool down properly. Alright, so the bike is pretty much clean. Now we're just going to have to do a couple maintenance tips to it. And if you have a factory pipe like mine, you're going to want to spray some sort of oil on it so that it doesn't rust. And I like to just put WD-40 on it and leave a light coat of it on the pipe. Prevents it from rusting. And then you're probably going to want to go back and re-lube your chain and check on your air filter, your oils, all that stuff. I'll probably make another video on how to maintain the bike, but that's all for today of washing the bike. You might want to give it a start up right after you wash it. Make sure water didn't get anywhere it's not supposed to. And there you go. See you in the next one.